How are you? It's nice to have you along with us on this Thursday. I'm Jack,
And I'm Karen.
and this is another edition of Powered Up and Plugged In, and we appreciate you joining us today. Last week we didn't have a new show because it was our
Anniversary.
38 years.
38 years.
Very happy years,
Mwah.
I'm very happy to say. And we decided to take the week off and celebrate each other. But we're back today, and we got a good show for you.
Yes, we
think.
do. We do.
Taking a look at some of the things, Karen, that's going on in and around our great country. The House Investigations Committee held a press conference
Yesterday morning, and it was long.
Oh, boy.
And oh my.
It was detailing the results of their preliminary investigation of the Biden family, and it seems like they found, now up to date, 20 shale companies that's raked in more than $10 million from foreign
That
nationals.
have all been dispersed to
Yeah.
the Biden family members and others involved with them, business partners. I don't know. And the thing about it is that they have actual factual documents
Yeah.
stating this from the banks. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. I watched the whole thing and I was just like, how do these people get away with this?
Yeah.
You know, I'm just,
They have actual proof and evidence, and they say there's a lot more to come.
There
and this
is.
is just the beginning stages
Yeah.
of their investigation. And what they found has been pretty startling.
yeah, it is. And I know there's a document they're trying to get from the FBI that the FBI is holding back because
That shows our illustrious president was involved from the get-go.
yes.
So we'll
Something like
follow
that.
that and see how that goes. Some of the other things, we got some much needed rain
Yeah,
yesterday.
we did, and we got, maybe, hopefully we'll get some more.
Boy, I tell you what, we could use about 8 or 9 inches
We
spread
could.
out over a few days.
Well, yeah, Lake Worth and Eagle Mountain, they're suffering right
Yeah,
now.
Bridgeport,
All the lakes really here in North Texas.
they really are. And I really hope we do get some great refreshing rain, what they call farmer's rain. It's not a real heavy rain. It's just
not a
kind of
storm.
It's a consistent rain all day long that lets it soak into the ground.
Yep.
And it helps our crops and everything, and helps our yards
Yep.
more than anything. Well, you notice we are wearing our Dallas Stars jerseys, and that's because the Stars, Karen, are in round 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs, and they're facing the Seattle Kraken, and that series is tied up
They
2-2.
won Tuesday night, so
Yeah.
they won Tuesday night, so they got whooped the game before.
Yeah, yeah.
And so now they're back home, I think.
But last night they whooped up on the Kraken.
yeah, they
so-
did.
But they'll be at the AAC tomorrow night in Dallas, and hopefully the Stars can win there, and then they'll have to go back to
I
Seattle.
think they play tonight
No, they play on Friday.
on Friday. Oh,
yes,
okay.
8:30 on Friday night.
Well, I didn't look see, so I don't know. But they just kind of mushed their face in it. You know, when they got that empty nest goal
Yeah.
at the end of the game. So I was going,
Yeah, so. All right. Well, we for all of you Dallas Stars fans out there, we are cheering with them. We love the Stars, and hopefully they'll go deep into the Stanley
yeah, we hope
Cup
they make it to the
playoffs.
next round.
Yeah,
Fingers crossed.
It'll be a lot of fun to watch that. And of course, the big thing, Karen, everybody's talking about this Sunday
Mother's Day.
is Mother's Day.
it
Happy
is.
Mom's Day to you.
And we're going to wish all of our family, our kiddos that are moms, and Jack's mom and my mom. We want to wish all of them
That's a great picture.
very
right there.
happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So proud of all of our grandkids and our daughters that gave birth, and we're
Yeah.
just proud to be happy grandparents.
Yeah, my mom and your mom is deceased, but that
Yes,
won't
happy
stop
Heavenly
us.
Mother's Day,
That's
moms.
right. Won't stop us from celebrating
Yep.
their life
We
and
love
their
you
legacies.
just the same. Absolutely.
You know, there's a new fad going around, everyone. It's going around the country right now as more and more people are buying what is called tiny homes.
Yep.
And we decided to find out what that's all about and find out about them, we decided to go to a local builder of tiny homes who lives right here in Lake Worth.
Springtown. I
And
think.
that's the subject of this
That is
week's
the subject.
All Around Town segment. So without further ado, buckle up and let's watch this edition of All Around Town. To another edition of All Around Town. Have you ever thought about what a tiny house looks like and why people are starting to move into tiny houses? Well, we thought we would answer that question by bringing on the experts today. With us today is Robert Shirley, who builds these tiny homes, and his lovely wife, Melissa, who came up with the idea of the tiny homes. So let's just start there. What what made you interested in coming up with the idea of building tiny homes?
We had some time off of construction work, so I thought let's give it a shot to help people have a place to live if they're downsizing or, you know.
First time buyers.
Yeah, I bet this has been an adventure in finding out a lot of things for you guys, right?
Oh, yeah, a big adventure. A big adventure. Everybody thinks it's easy to go out there and just build one, and it's easy to build one. The hardest part is it's such a new fad that nobody knows how to finance them, knows how to. A lot of places where you look for land, they don't allow them because the way the market's going right now, it's kind of killing all the smaller people. Nobody wants to have trailer houses. They don't want to have a modular home. But the difference is this is not built like a trailer house. This is built out of 2x4 studs, 2x6 ceiling rafters, R30 insulation, R19 in the walls. It has, soffit vents all the way around, ridge vents all the way down it. And it's 3/4 inch plywood, just like everything else. You go buy you a trailer house, and not putting down anybody that lives in a trailer house. I'm just saying these are built with actual quality stuff. Materials and everything. The ones we build are stage 5 hurricane buildings.
Oh, man, that's great.
And they come with a 7-year transferable warranty that if a natural disaster comes through and takes your building out, they'll replace it for free for 7 years. They won't replace the stuff inside it, but they'll replace the building.
That's. And welcome back to another segment of All Around Town. I'm with Robert and Melissa Shirley, who are building tiny homes here in Lake Worth to a lot of folks that are wanting to downsize or just actually start out on their own. What is the average square foot of the tiny homes that you're building, Robert?
We are doing Texas-sized tiny homes, which are a little bit bigger than everybody else's. So they say 180 to 220 is what a tiny home is supposed to be. That's what our competitors have called us and told us you can't say a 450 square foot house is a tiny home. So I tell them, well, we do Texas-sized tiny homes, which is just a little bit bigger.
Absolutely, I can agree with that. Now, how long does it take to build one of these tiny homes, Melissa?
About 3 weeks.
Wow, that's incredible. 3 weeks to build it. And that's top to bottom, start to finish.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Now, let's talk about the financing that you were talking about, Robert. It seems like that's the biggest challenge facing the tiny homes and those who want to buy them.
It is the biggest challenge. These days, nobody knows how to finance them. Vanderbilt Mortgage is one of the biggest mobile home manufacturing finance companies in the world, and they won't do nothing under 800 square feet. A bank won't do anything underneath like 850 to 900 square feet. So the biggest thing is you either have to pay cash or you have to get a personal loan. With interest rates as high as they are right now, I said it just drives the price up on them so much. And a lot of these tiny home places that are building them on trailers, they're actually financing themselves. They're making money off the finance charges, and we'd love to do that too. But right now, we're just not in the position to be able to take on both being the finance company and the builders. It'd be great if we could, but we're just not in that position right now.
Melissa was talking about it takes about 3 weeks to complete a tiny home from start to finish. Let's talk about after it's finished, somebody comes in, takes a look at it, says, yeah, I can live here. I can live here, put some money back and, face the future. So they have it built. How do you get it moved to their new location?
That's a very cool little situation that first time I seen it, I was blown away by the way they move it. They just basically come in and they pick up the front end with this little forklift they got. Little bitty. I mean, the forklift is like, it looks like a grandkid. Little bitty thing. It picks it up. They back the truck up underneath it. They put an eye hook in it. They put a chain on it, cable, and they pull it up on the truck. They don't even have to tie it down or nothing. They go down the road. They move it, and they do the same thing. They pick the bed up. It slides back, and then they drive out from underneath it, drop it, and then he picks it up the forklift, puts whatever foundation you're going to put underneath it. I mean, there's many different ways you can do it. It's up to whoever buys it how they want to do the foundation. It's pretty neat.
Well, I tell you what, it is very interesting to me about the tiny home concept, and we really appreciate you guys taking time out. Let's talk about right quickly before we leave. And again, at the end of this segment, we're going to be showing you again how to get in touch with them. But how can they get in touch with you, Melissa?
Our phone number is 817-307-3803, and the email is ogim424@yahoo.com.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate you guys. Thanks a lot. Wish you continued success. And anybody out there that has a question about these tiny homes, please give them a call. They'll answer any questions that you have to have. That's all we have time for this week's All Around Town segment. We'll have another one for you next week. Stay with us. We're going to give you that information coming up right now, and we'll have more of today's show in just a second.
I misspelled tiny.
Melissa's
I misspelled tiny.
Well,
Oh, well.
What can you say? Hey, they are two wonderful people, Robert and Melissa Shirley. They got a great idea. And one of the things I wanted to say in that interview was that I had read an article which gave me the idea to call them and ask them for an interview about more and more people buying these tiny homes, especially two groups, elderly people who are not wanting to go to a rest home, but they want to downsize significantly because they don't want to have that much to have
Right.
to keep up with anymore. And one that's really surprised me is newlyweds.
Newlyweds?
Yeah, they're buying these tiny homes. They're working and putting their money back and stockpiling it for the future. So when their family starts to grow, they'll have the money there for a new home, which is a great idea. I never thought of that.
Also, we had some audio difficulties during the interview, so I spliced it together as best I could. But he also talked about they build the shell and put everything in it that you need, but what you have to provide is a septic and electrical. So whatever property you find
Right.
to put on it's got to have the septic and the electrical there. And they will help you with that, but it will cost an extra charge for them to
Right.
do that.
Right.
And that part, the audio went out, and so I
But anyway,
Yeah.
if you want some ideas or if you want some answers to your questions about tiny homes, give Robert and Melissa a call. Melissa's Tiny Homes is what it's called.
it's
And we-
Missy's tiny.
Or Missy's
tiny.
Tiny Homes, and we appreciate their time.
Yes.
And for them coming into our studio so we could talk to them. Hopefully you got to see some of the pictures and see what they actually looked like. A lot of things coming up this weekend.
Well, besides
Mother's Day,
besides
which
Mother's
is the
Day,
biggie.
take your mom
Yeah.
out to a really nice restaurant. Hope you have reservations.
That's exactly what I was
We were
fixing
talking
say,
to
yeah.
some friends of ours that were up at Eddie V's, and they were saying if you don't have a reservation this weekend, especially at Eddie
It's
V's,
done.
they got like 1,500 reservations over the weekend.
Wow.
That's an amazing number.
It is. It's
So
a
to me,
wonderful,
it is.
it's a great stat. But it's a
Yeah,
great restaurant.
It is a
too.
great restaurant.
Yeah.
Some of the things coming up, and I just have a couple this week, is the AKS Bead and Jewelry Show. It used to be the Dallas Jewelry Show, but now they're having it at the Grapevine Convention Center. And it is on Saturday, May the 13th from 10 to 6. And I have been to several of those.
Yes, you have.
And they're a lot of fun, and you can, if you're into the jewelry making which I was into at one point in my life.
And your sister is still
and
in
my
it.
sister still
And
makes
she's
jewelry.
quite good
Yeah,
at
and
it.
she is
yes.
good at it. So that's taking place. The next one is the Art in the Park.
Art in the park. Boy, you have to be careful how you say that.
Yeah, Art in the Park. And it is also Saturday the 13th from 11 to 3. And it's at Generations Park at Boys Ranch. And it is, I think it's their first one. And they've got all kinds of stuff going on, live performances,
Yeah.
music, live music, art, vendors, food trucks, community art, so on and so forth.
Yeah, and that's put on by the city of Bedford.
Yeah, and one of the other things that we've been promoting is the Care Cruise Carnival. And it was supposed to be in April the 29th,
Right.
but it got postponed
'Cause of the
because
wind.
the wind was so up that they were having difficulties with wheelchairs and different things like that. So now my understanding it is May the 20th.
Correct.
And I imagine it's still going to run 10 8 to 4 p.m. on May 20th. So make a note.
And that's there at Texas Motor Speedway.
Yeah, it's going to be at Texas Motor Speedway, as I understand it. But that's also coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend.
Well, we're very happy to tell you that coming up in the next couple of 3 weeks, we're going to have a beautiful home listing with us. And we'll tell you more about that. If you're
Yes.
looking for a home and you're waiting for the kids to get out of school and everything, stay tuned with us because we have a beautiful home that you'll want to take a look
And
at.
it's 2,413 square feet. So
Yeah, and it's a great house.
it is. It's
It
a nice
really
house.
is.
We'll
Hey.
be showing it to you later.
Yes, we will. If you'd like to get in touch with us, give us an idea, a suggestion, or maybe a topic for our all around town segments, it's really quite simple for you to do that. All you have to do is go on to our Facebook group page. If you're on Facebook, just go into the search bar and type in Powered Up and Plugged In, and that takes you right to our Facebook group page. And it shows you all the shows that we've done recently, any comments that any of our people that have joined our group have, or any thing that we think is going on, maybe a question of the day, you never know.
yeah.
But we would invite you to join our little group. The more people we have talking about Lake Worth and the greater Lake Worth area, which within a 20-mile radius, which takes in a lot of people.
It
You
does,
know,
takes in
Hazel, Springtown.
Keller.
Yeah, Keller, Weatherford.
Hazlitt,
Yeah, absolutely.
Decatur.
If you have some information or an event coming up, let us know. You never know. We might just show
they
up
can-
with our roving camera.
Our roving camera, and you can also get in touch with us through email at pluggedin2024@gmail.com.
Yeah, that's pretty easy ways for you to get in touch with us, and we'd love to hear from you. Hey, if you're new to the area, you're looking for a family church or a place to worship, we invite you to join us at Lakewood or Lighthouse Fellowship Church, if I can get it out of here.
Spit it out, spit it out.
It's a great church with some great folks, and we think you would really like it.
Yeah, also tomorrow, or
Tonight.
tonight,
Actually.
they're hosting I think the doors open at 5:30. We sponsor the Norton. I don't want to say North Texas Food Bank,
It's
but we
North
have
Tarrant.
North Tarrant Food Bank.
Yeah.
And they're going to be giving out food. So if you're in need, please feel free to come out.
Absolutely.
I think you do have to register,
You
though.
do have to register.
So you have to register so you can present the little card at the desk and
Go
grab
through the
some-
line. There's
Yeah,
all
they got
kinds
all
of great
kinds of
food.
good stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Food, vegetables.
yeah, we'll be working there.
Absolutely. We'll be there tonight.
Or I will. I don't know about him. I'm going.
I'll be there. But that's going on tonight. Hey, it's been fun. We really enjoy doing this with you, coming in to our home, inviting you in, because you folks are so important to us. We just love the people of this area, and we love doing this show together.
And we love our community.
We sure do. And we invite you to join us next week for another edition of Powered Up and Plugged In. We always ask you to be kind to your neighbor. Don't cost anything.
Sure doesn't.
It makes the community a lot more pleasant to live in and a lot safer to live in. Watch out for the children. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out
Happy
there.
Mother's Day, everybody.
Until we see you next week, God bless you. God bless our great country, the United States of America. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.